What if there were a world where finance works smarter, powered by the intelligence of AI? Think about the possibilities. SAWiT.AI is where learning about these incredible advancements is happening. We're here to help you master AI skills that shape industries and open doors. This Saturday, join us for an engaging session on AI in finance. Priyanka Kamath will take you through how AI is changing the way we save, invest, and transact. From AI-driven insights to smarter financial tools, discover how these advancements can work for you. Ready to take things further? Register for the SAWiT.AI hackathon and showcase your ideas. Collaborate, create, and win prizes worth rupees 75,000. Don't just imagine the possibilities, explore them. Register now and join us this Saturday at 7 p.m. Indian Standard Time, live on YouTube.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the third webinar on the SAWiT's YouTube channel. We are thrilled to have you join us for another exciting and insightful session. I am Mainak, the community manager at SAWiT, and it's truly an honor to host you all today. So firstly, I want to thank I would want to extend a heartful thank you for the overwhelming response to our last two webinars. We were privileged to have Priyanka, the founder of 100 GIGA, lead those conversations. Her expertise and engaging insights made them a massive success, and I am delighted to share that she is back with us today again. This session is being streamed live across YouTube, LinkedIn, and Facebook, so feel free to engage with us. Drop your comments, thoughts, questions in the chat, and we will be monitoring it and would love to hear from you. So, in today's session, we are diving deep into the future of finance in the world of AI, in the world after AI. The world of finance is evolving rapidly, and AI is the center of this transformation. In today's session, we will explore what's changing, what's next, and how AI is reshaping the financial systems globally. But before we dive in, I want to take a moment to introduce SAWiT to those who may be joining us for the first time. SAWiT is a movement aimed at empowering 10 million women in tech. Our recent GenAI challenge, the SAWiT.AI Learnathon, made history by entering the Guinness Book of World Records, where over 4 lakh women participated. This is just the beginning of what we hope to achieve. At the heart of the movement is our vibrant women-only community on Kaleido, which boasts over 80,000 highly engaged members. This community serves as a hub for collaboration, support, learning, and networking. It's where women from around the globe connect and grow together. Also, the SAWiT.AI hackathon is launching on 8th of February. It's very near. If you have not registered yet, now is the time. Click the link in the bio and be a part of this exciting challenge. So now let's get to the highlight of today's session. It's my privilege to reintroduce someone many of you are already familiar with, Priyanka Kamath, the founder of 100 Giga. Priyanka is a trailblazer in both tech and finance with a deep understanding of how AI is shaping the future of financial systems, and we are honored to have her back to share her valuable insights. So bringing Priyanka on the stage. Hi Priyanka, welcome back.
Hi, Mainak, and everyone. So good to be here. I love Saturday evenings with you all. I'm always looking forward to these. In fact, Mainak, firstly, kudos to SAWiT team. The Guinness Book of World Record, getting 4 lakh women to participate, getting to, learn AI and build on AI, ensuring that there is women workforce participation in any kind of level, right? Be it entrepreneurship or be it through jobs, women are at the forefront of AI advancements. So huge shout out to SAWiT and team. I am really delighted to be a very cherished part of this family here. So yes, like Maina gives this amazing introduction. Like firstly, Maina, please come with me to every event, and I would love for you to open up the intro. But I definitely have to let folks know that the finance piece in my life, I've always been a supply chain girl. I always see myself as I was PepsiCo, I am PepsiCo. Like I always was in that mode until I became an entrepreneur. So it was only until recently that Dhan Kanya happened. Dhan Kanya is a brainchild of 100 girls. And one of our top girl teams actually came up with this incredible tool about how to introduce financial literacy tools for women in rural India who can start saving for the college fund, then go abroad or like go to cities. So how do you start that savings and investment journey through like scholarship schemes, through government rollouts? How can you make the most of that? So I think since August I've been heavily inclined on the financial division. In fact, we've been having some incredible talks with Reserve Bank of India Innovation Hub. I hope everything goes smoothly for us to bring more digital resources from Reserve Bank of India Innovation Hub. Come Feb 15th, we will be opening that up to more girls. So really excited on how India can come up with their own AI foundation models and actually build for India use cases, as they say, Bharat centric use cases, which Western LLMs cannot solve. So I know I might be throwing like LLMs and AI foundation models, all that at you, but we will take it one step at a time today. Try to understand how finance and AI have, a deep interlace. In fact, we've been really honored today with the presence of the deputy VP of HDFC as well. So that's something we will be taking on. So here's what we are going to do. Until the next 1 hour-ish, we will go through the intricacies of how finance and AI are really paving a way for new way of credit lending, risk management, how deepfake calls can be combated, right? How you can secure yourself from cybersecurity scams of finance, right? All of those we're going to touch. We will talk a little bit about AI agents. In the next schedule, we are going to build an AI agent together, but it's still too early, or if I may say, before the session was planned, we hadn't seen the advent of DeepSeek. And a DeepSeek came just last week, and everything like it's rewriting the world order. So I would like to give you full-fledged information and not half-baked information. So please do wait for the AI agent building session in part 2, which comes, in the next few weeks. Again, we are trying to schedule our whole sessions around the Learnathon. So please be patient with us. The Learnathon is equally, if not more important, because there's just been months and months of effort that's been putting in to get the next wave of 4 lakh women, right? So it takes a lot. So this is how it looks like. So Mainak, are we ready? We'll get into the intricacies of AI in finance,
Yeah.
touch a little bit on the agent. We will also, if we have time, I think, which we should, just do like a quick revenue model analyzer, and then we will talk to the deputy VP of HDFC. All right.
Yeah, sure.
Amazing. Okay, so I already have my screen share. Let me go right to the presentation. As autopilot, I was going to my VS Studio trying to do the bug fixes for Dhan Kanya, but we are almost there. So I hope my presentation, I hope you're able to see the future of finance, Maina.
Yes.
Perfect. So, folks, as we are witnessing healthcare, supply chain, finance, you name the domain, it is rapidly evolving with AI. And just as you must have fully embraced the DeepSeek renaissance, as I may call it, we are noticing that there is no longer need for big ticket, big forces, nuclear powered, big tech to come and save you from building these models. This is the best time in history for, girls like you, women like you to go grab your computer and start building. Doesn't need to be like, real world challenges. It can be something as simple as, say, finding a book recommender for you, right? Or finding like a way to optimize your bills, where you can save more, where you can invest more. Just today I was at this investment meeting for a real estate agency, and we were talking about different things on how AI can actually help the buyers understand where they can get a higher yield within a stipulated duration of time. All that can be figured out through AI because it has a history and a pattern setting and a forecasting power that any other technology lacks. So we will go right into it and understand how. So as you know, the digital economy that we are in right now, it's fully favorable by the regulatory environment, and we have to stick within the lines of Indian financial sector and what is allowed in terms of AI. So yes, you are right. We cannot build an AI agent that will predict, which stocks are best, or we cannot predict those kind of things that will have a direct impact on your, say, your stock portfolio. So those kind of things we cannot do. But definitely, if you are an entrepreneur working in fintech, this is definitely going to be your game changer. So you will know how to optimize your payments over AI. You will understand how even women in rural India who are dependent on digital lending, where sometimes the collateral can be cattle as well, right? And they have to get money in order to go start farming and harvest, say, any kind of crop. So how do you ensure that this woman in rural India who has a collateral as a cattle can actually get loans, right? We are talking about unbanked. So even these kind of cases can be taken care by AI. About wealth tech, right? So this is incredible because we are living in times where even folks from Wall Street to these rural women are using the same technology that can build them more wealth. So any kind of forecasting that can be done with historic levels of transactions, say, within these investment management portfolios, there are these million-dollar companies, billion-dollar companies. In fact, we just saw, trillion dollars wipe out from the US markets. That could have probably been predicted with the rise of the popularity in DeepSeek and how they've actually, use their misery to, I mean, there were bans on the GPUs that could have gone to China, but they actually took that to their advantage and built something cutting edge where they've leveraged pure reinforcement learning, which means that you're only calling like experts to do your tokenizing and read your parameters, where you don't have to process through billions of parameters, but just go to that particular set and actually see how that particular set of data can be processed. Again, we're keeping it very simple. If you want to get on to in-depth level of building with us, trying to understand the nuances of what reinforcement learning is, please, we do welcome you to join our 100 giga sessions, which are likely to be starting around Feb 17th. We will again bring that knowledge every Saturday to you because we do believe in open source. We do believe in keeping knowledge open source. So from Feb 17th onwards, you will be seeing more of detailed nuances. So these 4 sessions that you see are very much on a primer level. So we don't intimidate women from not coming in. Especially my heart goes out to returnship mothers, right, who have probably gone on a health break or given birth to a child, and they are trying to come into the AI workforce. So we're trying to keep it as simple and as precise in these 4 sessions. And in the next session we will do some building as well, so you folks can see whether you can pick up the nuances and then come on to the Feb 17th session onwards. I believe it's going to be the Saturday of the Feb 17th week, which is 22nd onwards. We will have more deep dive nuances. So please bear with us. So as I was saying, we are living in times where Wall Street, stock market hottie, or like a rural women are using the same tech to understand everything from digital lending forecasting to building their wealth management portfolio. Again, you do have your insurance tech also impacting a lot because of the different kind of historical data that is already there with the insurance companies. So we are witnessing times where if you really get it right, if like JP Morgan and Chase, or one of these banks, Wells Fargo's, really gets it right, they can build a better LLM than what say the big tech company Google or Meta can build, because now the power is shifted to domain led knowledge, right? Now that we see even AI agents are able to code. In fact, 25% of Google's coding happens through agents, right? So now the value is shifting from an engineer to a domain led expertise. So please be very wary of that and choose one domain which you really love and can actually solve problems through AI with that. So we're looking at more specialized ways of learning, and hence we've started evolution of money, different ways of educating you in electronic money, digital money. We've even done like a test, like Polygon testnet, digital wallet transaction in the past sessions. And we will be also talking about the HDFC Pays app UPI payment today, because we do see a lot of glitches that happens in UPI recently, where you have like a buffer, say the uh, two parties that are transacting, maybe your banks are not talking to each other, one has a lag, and one the other party has already transacted but the other bank is not showcasing the transaction. So we will see how this can be mitigated at the very end of our session. So going forward, right, like Indian payments and insurance tech ecosystem has developed faster than any other domain that has a global average. In fact, like we might be lagging in other sectors, but the emerging trends showcase that we have increased shares of funding that are coming into SaaS in fintech. So something that you women and girls can take, because we are always here to encourage job creators versus job seekers. So this is the best time to be building. So please leverage these knowledge sessions to come and build with us post Feb 17. So just a little about how AI works. So you do have all of these global leaders raving about the latest foundation model and the latest benchmark and weighted models, while we are gracefully looking at the game go from ChatGPT 4 to DeepSeek R1 to Quen 2.5 now. These are all different service providers that play in different patterns, right? So say if you take DeepSeek R1, this particular algorithm fits in for your logical ways of thinking. It can think better than you in terms of coding, in terms of math. If you want to build business plans, it will help you too. But if you want to do creative writing, it cannot, right? So that is the way you need to start thinking about these massive algorithms. Like, what is the best fit for me? Not that, oh look, this is like trending right now, so we are going to use it. No, right? So if we come to Alibaba, which is now the newest entrant and actually touted to be a better AI than DeepSeek, you see that Alibaba Quen is actually better at the Chinese version of all of these use cases that we just picked up. It is a better processing at Chinese language and those kinds. So this is where we as South Asian women, we are trying to understand how can India come up with its own models which talks about efficiency, which talks about reasoning in an Indian context. And this is what you have to explore. Like, it's not one, two, or three problems, but these are problems that literally go to like 15,000 crores, right? Like, that is the kind of market cap you're looking at. So credit lending, who are the primary lenders? How can government schemes come and help? And how can actually the key challenges like unsteady income, credit assessment? We've seen there is like a major capital gap for women-led enterprises. In fact, we are really proud to be tackling that in our next cohort. So we will be bringing that knowledge to you as well. And we would love to have more women like you come on board and understand. Look, we are always multitasking. We go everywhere from the kitchen to handling our properties, to buying gold and whatnot, right? So everywhere where you can optimize your investment, you can have your AI read your history and actually become your own agent. So be it digitization of property documents, be it like insurance documents, you want to digitize land records that have been passed on by your ancestors, all of that is possible now. And with AI you are able to derive intel out of it, which means you're able to make intellectual decisions out of this historic data through certain patterns, and then forecasting what is the best bet for you in investments, and using tools that can go from understanding what is like the next big investment in your portfolio, or understanding if you are a rural woman, will you be eligible for getting rural microfinancing loans, or one of the biggest examples that I can think is Mandeshi Mahila Bank. They, I believe, are now at 200 crore turnover. It's literally started with folks who are they are like the stone breaker, construction workers, farmers. These folks do not even have a bank account. How do we even begin with that digitization, right? It's as simple as linking their Aadhaar card to DigiLocker, which will then have an interoperable ecosystem where the Aadhaar card will showcase like where all they have actually gone and taken loans. Are they repaying on time? Do they have debt which probably is out of their radar? How can you help them through government schemes in minimizing that debt? And based on DigiLocker intel of this data collected, you are able to then forecast, look, this person is eligible to start their next SME, like a small enterprise of their own, where they can do a handloom business, they can probably sell pickles, papads, pads. So that kind of intricacies are now possible thanks to AI. Going forward, we will look everything in the Indian context. Again, all the screenshots that you see is through Ernst& Young's latest report on fintech. So please do take some time and read it out. So all of the infographics will be having EY's credit at the very end. I think I did not write it at every screenshot, but it will be there at the end anyway. So risk assessment, customer interaction, fraud detection, everything from an India perspective, right? I don't know if how many of you actually, when you make calls, there are there's like a almost 90-second message on cybersecurity about how many people are doing like FedEx scams, or they're doing banking scams, or there's, I think, been like a 9 lakh crore of scams in the stock market. So again, like these all can be prevented with the kind of data analysis that happens with these kind of tools, where you have cybersecurity tools such as Sentinel-1, which has like guardrails that tell you, hey, look, when you have reached a certain set of transactionary value, it will immediately alert to all the key stakeholders that look, there is a fraud transaction, and here you go, like you can start tracking these people who have been involved. So that is the nuance. You can actually start, and lakhs and crores of money can be saved through that kind of a data analysis, and deploying agents, AI agents that are able to act as your robo advisors and tell you, hey, look, we are suspecting there is a scam in certain areas of this particular transaction, and maybe that particular wing of that company can actually have probably shut down for like the next 2-3 hours to do some risk mitigation there. Again, we are seeing a lot of the big companies, right? I was just reading in this article that Harvard graduates, I think 30% of them are still unemployed because of the current wave of AI. Because usually what happens is these elite business schools, ultimately get into like BCG, McKinsey, and they are doing all kinds of investment management, analysis, investment theses, which is now taken over by robo advisors, and you are able to get personalized investment advice, which doesn't have any bias but only thrives on your historic data. And these systems are able to analyze and have they are able to even showcase you the loopholes in case you are unable to build a portfolio of a certain big ticket, right? So those kind of things, maybe it can be missed by a human eye, but when you have like a robo investment advisor, your individual risk profiles and financial goals are taken into consideration, and the generation of portfolio that happens or investment thesis that happens is as precise as you thinking that for yourself, right? So you'll at least get like 90% accuracy there. Well, when it comes to fraud detection, I think we're still long away from actually getting it right. You're actually going to go a little bit deep dive into the fraud detection based on the SQL data injectors, the DDoS attacks that happen because of legacy systems, where sometimes you do not have vulnerability patches that are released, and you're not updating your systems to these vulnerability patches. You are putting those systems under risk, and that's why I believe there was I think probably a year back, there was a big cybersecurity issue where I think everything from the Windows systems, there was a particular, I forgot, like the old legacy systems were somehow not touched because the new patch update actually had this particular vendor managing, but for the old ones he was not, so the old ones are actually safe. So this was like one anomaly in what happens, but then usually you do see a lot of SQL injectors, data injectors, that can be injected into your databases and run through your systems to understand, hey, look, this is a bug that we catch and might be vulnerable, and it could cost like potential risk. In fact, I was reading the hacker news as well. I'm like big on news, and that's why I keep up with my Twitter account that gives me the latest, just the next hot minute. So I believe there were like 1 million lines of code that were left with this particular data port that was open in DeepSeek, and literally millions of lines of data was like on open source for everyone to see, and these were like sensitive metadata that were actually showcased. So like, please, just because something is cheaper, sometimes it may indicate that you yourself are the product there. Like there's a famous saying that if it's free, then you are the product. So please make sure that your data is not currently being is not sitting on the Chinese servers, but do make sure, like, there is a way you can check. In fact, I will give you the ways to ensure that, like, say you're using Perplexity on DeepSeek, or you're using Amazon Bedrock on DeepSeek, there is a way to check whether your data is safe based on the guardrails. In fact, we are big proponents of Amazon Bedrock agents, which is now actually the Amazon Bedrock has an integration with DeepSeek AI. So we know that our data is foolproof because Amazon has its due diligence, and we're really grateful that we can learn this and teach this to college going students, and it's that easy with pre-built integrations to actually build LLMs of real world challenges. So coming to customer service, this is like $1 trillion market. It has been taken over completely. So you know how we get these calls in the afternoon for like credit cards and whatnot. All of that has been nuanced, and I actually come to a point where you cannot identify whether that's a chatbot or a human that is giving you personalized financial advice. So these are some of the things that you will really enjoy, building next, going into the next deep dive cohorts. For the next immediate cohort, where like for this session, We will be building a basic AI agent, maybe like a ROI analyzer that can actually tell you, if you are a business person, like what is the ROI in certain sections that you can achieve. So well, like we were saying, these if you are somebody who wants to get into entrepreneurship, we are seeing a big rise in the payments industry, digital lending industry. So that's something that you can take from this session and actually work on, because that is where increased efficiency and reasoning is needed. And of course, if you want to build on enhanced risk management and fraud detection, we are currently witnessing algorithms that have these patterns in data that probably humans might miss, like I was telling earlier. And we are identifying like potential risks and anomalies, which can be now addressed thanks to AI, because again, trillions of tokens, or billions of tokens, that the parameters that have been trained by these big GPUs. Technically now you don't need to go through so much of processing power, because it is only and only fixed to certain sections. So it's like calling an expert and saying, hey, look into this particular analytics session, or like this particular transaction of, like, say, foreign exchange, where you can understand the anomalies, instead of going through the entire banking database, which has like probably years of history, correct? So the real-time monitoring also has been affected by AI, where we use a lot of telemetry tools back in the day to understand, like, where the transactions are safe, where they have malicious activities, where are the countries that these malicious activities happen, how do you enable, like, swift intervention to mitigate that. So those kind of real-time monitoring tools, in fact, are also the need of the crisis. So if you are building or looking to build in this fintech arena, would highly suggest that the monitoring systems for financial transactions definitely take an edge over building a payment, another payment app, right? So the proactive risk mitigation is one more key area where we see a lot of investments pouring in. And if you want to learn more about how financial institutions proactively manage their risks and prevent potential losses, please do wait till the end of the session, where we have the deputy VP of HDFC joining us, and we will understand the real-time nuances of how these risk mitigation happens. Right now for us, we've been in the build phase, so the monitoring, analytics, and mitigation will be best covered by the HDFC VP. So we will get there. Again, personalized customer experience is probably the one place where you yourself can understand how this AI has evolved and changed, because there were times when I remember going to the bank to just get my like another account open. Say I already have a current account, I needed a savings account, I needed to go there, get my KYC done, understand all these nuances, and see, hey, look, what is the best way I can save my fees there. So all of this needed like a human interaction. And now, in fact, I feel like some of the banks that I work with, they technically have a WhatsApp messaging system where I don't even need to step out of my house and just chat with the WhatsApp API of that bank and just get my daily work going, or any kind of like important KYC work going, by submitting the documents through their portal, and getting the exact steps and details and tailored advice on how to do that. So we've seen it come all the way from like in person to WhatsApp to now. Going further, I do anticipate AI avatars actually coming and popping up on our bank screens, like the portal screens, and advising us on how to go. So while all of this is really fascinating, and enhanced communication, user experience has been elevated, but there are a lot of traditional banks who are not able to keep up with the pace of advancements, right? So we still are seeing a lag in terms of adoption for finance and AI. So this is where we do see how can we simplify the process. It needs to be more about understanding the solution discovery, the solution design, and how you put a product in place. So it's more about that first principles thinking and understand that, hey, look, do we really need tailored advice here? Like, if the bank is, say, catering only to rural people, like Mandeshi Mahila Bank, maybe they are not that tech savvy, and maybe they do not want like a WhatsApp integration there, because there are like scams there also, and they're quite vulnerable user personas right there. So you never know what they're clicking on, which will take them to this to a scammy link. So in those cases, it's really critical to understand the user personas and build the AI for adoption accordingly. So when we talk about AI adoption, while all this is great, we do see a lot of challenges and considerations also. So as you can see, expanding access to financial services also requires, like, penetration of your internet services, right? So the significant barrier in some of these areas might be just the reach of internet, or um, the socio-economic strata of that particular user. So how do we get these kind of unbanked folks on the horizon of financial inclusion? I'd really recommend you to read about MaxPay. The founders, Shiva and Kavita, personally, I had a chance to work with them, and also participate in a hackathon with them. Incredible work in terms of how they're getting the bottom billion to the financial horizons, and they made it through such easy interface access that is breaking barrier, right? So the more tech savvy, the more complicated that the UI UX get, you are losing that bottom 140 million folks in villages who probably don't understand how to navigate through these KYC systems, or say, like, they have to do hop from DigiLocker, have a face scan, and then enter the bank portal. It's a little too much for them. So if you want to really empower the common man with significant financial opportunities, and it's really crucial for us to bring down as many barriers in the economic adoption. And this is where we see a large potential for solutions to come in. So if you are minimizing the UI UX barriers for the bottom billion, or for a common man to come on, please do write to us. In fact, I think SAWiT will also be very keen to look into it and see if we can actually work together and see if we can build solutions that can promote financial inclusion and empower women in small medium enterprises. So coming to the next two considerations, the final ones, which is how do we drive these technological advancements, right? While we are seeing the world taking on Ethereum L2 now. Where I say the world, it is our own Geo web sphere, which is now integrated with Ethereum L2 transactions. That means when you go to your phone and download the Geo web sphere app, I'm sorry, it's Geosphere. I keep saying web sphere. So Geosphere app, you are able to browse on their web, and probably play games. You can purchase a few things, and buy like your Geo recharge also, and actually collect points with that, which will enable you to get more rewards within that ecosystem. So it's really incredible to see our own telecom sector with 450 million users come on to this early stage of adoption. So I do envision future where Geo themselves actually are able to build a dark store, or like a decentralized store where you are able to book a decentralized Uber, or you're able to book a decentralized Ola, and actually probably trade your rewards for booking that particular Ola or Uber, right? So that is one, again, that is one possibility there, which I really hope it happens. And that is how you can optimize this ecosystem. Just make it interoperable, where you are able to integrate multi-agentic systems and have a seamless transaction. That way, whoever is the central governing party has that kind of intel access and is able to do forecasting, and actually derive more innovative products for you. So while we go on to the final one, again, I want to say that we do have um, we are talking to Reserve Bank of India Innovation Hub to get digital resources for girls in tier 2, tier 3 rurals. In fact, I would like to call it the middle India, where there are multiple government initiatives where you do not have to think about how do you start saving for college fees, higher studies, or like in some cases even marriage, I believe. So we are going to see how you can start building that wealth for yourself as early at the age of 12. And again, like kudos to Indian government for actually coming up with these kind of like lucrative programs where financial inclusion and digitization is at the forefront of our thriving economy, which we one day, by 2047, can say that, hey, look, India is a developing nation, is a developed nation, and no longer a developing nation anymore. So we are all working towards Viksit Bharat 2047. So for that, we do need inclusiveness, we do need ingenuity and innovation. So let's try to work towards this. Now, coming to data privacy, AI bias, job displacement, I would love to actually, showcase you how we do that through a particular example. So what we'll do quickly is I am going to quickly show you a quick demo. So this is actually one of our girls built a low code no code tool to explain to other girls on how finance GPT works. So this was for our own use cases, right? So we wanted to understand if we need to bring the next set of girls, and actually open doors to 80,000 girls thanks to SAWiT. We are looking at, in fact, 4 lakh women that SAWiT have on their platform. We're seeing how to bring new programs, new initiatives. So do we have the money for that? Like, do we have a ROI coming in? So all of that needs to be budgetized, and all of that needs to be streamlined for the year 2025. So we built our own finance GPT to upload our own like a ROI analyzer, and it technically will give you. So if you probably look at this, it looks almost like a chat GPT. It's low code no code, I swear. There's zero code on this. And this is again not a AI agent, but it's a AI chatbot. We will go and do the AI agent in the next session, because it needs a lot more nuance of why we need agents, why humans need to be out of the loop, how can we actually feel AGI, what kind of benchmarks and weighted models we need to use. So we will have to take you through a deep dive journey. But for now, we'll quickly build on chip AI. Again, like all of you can do this, follow along with me in the comfort of your house, right? So one of my girls built this. In fact, we were like, this is my favorite. My dream is to be a doctor. How can I budget for it? So so she's like what, 16, 17 years old, and it was talking to her like a 16, 17-year-old as an Indian. You see the bias here is not there, because it's saying namaste, which means it has a cultural context, and it is built for Indian audience. Right now, if the same thing I drew through chat GPT, it's not going to give me the Indian context or any kind of Indian schemes like Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao, or Annapurna schemes, right? Those kind will not come, because Western LLMs do not have the access of our data. Again, it needs to be consensual access. So I don't know if something has been scraped from somewhere, but please always make sure whenever you're building these kind of LLMs or models, you are using consensual data. Otherwise, you're going to get into a lot of trouble, and that's why we try to do our cohorts in line with the sponsors who are coming on board. So or volunteers who are coming on board. So last time we had volunteers from Amazon. Anjali just got awarded yesterday, so huge shout out to Anjali Dhanerwal. Thank you, Anjali. Really, you changed the game for us, and all that we've learned in Bedrock, we are still continuing those learnings and going to take it to the next level with the finance-led domain. Again, this is for exploring financial aid, tracking your progress. So let's see how we can actually build that. So you can just, probably go to chip.ai. We have built so many of these to bring like women on board who don't want to get intimidated, returnship mothers. In fact, the young girls have actually gone and taught on women there. So, you definitely have a lot of scope in building, which is very, nuanced, and you will definitely get better ROI for the $0 you're putting in, because it should all be open source. So I think I do have a lot. The memory is a little dodgy, but yes. So basically what you do is, you are going to create a new workspace, and you just say SAWiT. Just what you can do here is, we're going to keep it super basic. Again, if you want like deep dive coding, we are going to come into Feb 22nd and start getting into those details. So please bear with me until then. For folks who are advanced, this might be way too basic, but we are trying to be as inclusive as possible. So say, you've just given this as a financial ROI analyzer, because I'm always getting invited to evaluate ideas, startups, and I need to understand whether my time and efforts are actually bringing me the ROI that I deserve. Again, this is basically like a pre-built integration LLM. This is built on GPT. This is GPT-4. This is GPT-4o, and you are basically a helpful Indian assistant. This is where the bias comes in. So as we were seeing, the data privacy, AI bias, job displacement is what I'm going to explain you with this example. So the bias that comes in, right, it depends on who the owner or the creator is, right? Now I'm building on top of the GPT 4.0, which means it's already, the data is, harnessed by Sam Altman. Like he decides like what needs to be done and where he's source the data from and whatnot. So if we need to build our own robust Indian AI foundation models, we will need the consent from Skill India Ministry and all the IT ministries, and understand the DPDP Act, which is the data act that recently came in, on how we actually get consensus towards the Indian data sets that are available there. In fact, I think there is one farmer data set that we did use, which was open, which was Sagu Bagu. It was really incredible to see the kind of harvests and crops that are being, done across this particular state, and we were able to leverage the data. Unfortunately, like we couldn't deploy it to a production grade, but we do have a POC. If anybody is building in the agricultural space, like do reach out to us. We'll be happy to share our months of research and POC with you, so you can take it forward, because we are big believers in open source. And again, you are basically coding your bias here as a creator. So you are in an assistant, engage in a warm and encouraging tone to analyze, the revenue model. Say there's like a revenue model and whatnot, and give accurate outputs. Again, this is like super basic. It's for people who are just coming like day one today. Starting Feb 22nd, it's going to be more coding oriented, or maybe low code, no code. We will not intimidate you with coding. I fully understand that. It's going to be more work of the agents going forward. So conversation starters, you can put anything like like a revenue model revenue model analysis, or you can have like a profit and loss checker. You can have how to get seed capital, or say just like how to get higher get high returns on investments. So these are already made, harnessed and categorized in a particular dummy document. So I'm just going to upload that, and then we are going that, which will be in the knowledge source again. So this is just to understand that, hey, look how much you can actually bias and code this. So imagine if, like, one of those big Silicon Valley boys have actually, like, done this kind of level of coding and analyzing. So you will be getting the outputs in their their psyche and their analysis, correct? So it's really important for women to come on board, because you will be seeing these kind of you will be seeing these kind of you will be seeing these kind of inclusive tools going forward. So you need to see more of them. Keep saying resume when it's revenue. Yeah. Okay. So here we go. Like, I think I do have it. Just give me one moment. So this was like my old startup. We just like put together something which I will probably take forward to my desktop. Okay, let's do that. And we will now have, like, I believe there is a PDF doc also. So let's do that. There's way too much data right there. So yeah. So that's pretty much, yeah. Just give me 1 second, guys. There is like way too much data here. 1 moment. So we're almost at the end of this. Once we are finished with understanding the data privacy bias and how we can customize user experience, we are going to get into PayZap conversations. So, Mainak, I just want to see, while we're doing this, do we have questions that we can take up, or more than happy to answer via LinkedIn, via YouTube?
So currently we don't have any questions. I
Amazing.
cannot see
Okay.
anything.
Right. I will quickly have this the revenue dummy doc go on because they need it in a PDF apparently. So yeah, here we go. All right. I hope it is visible. So we have a knowledge source uploaded, and now you can give different actions. Also, uh, you can give we've basically given everything from file upload, image recognition, image generation. So even if you have invoices that you want to probably verify and see, what kind of where you're probably doing more expenses, or if you want to say take your the credit history analysis, you can see how much credit score you can actually generate. So all of that is possible with these different kind of actions, and you can again build custom APIs, which we are not going to delve into now, considering this is like a very basic primer course. So we will now share this, and we will publish to the marketplace. So based on the quick assistant help, we will be able to now actually use this anywhere we want, right? So you have like a personal assistant that's actually telling you um, anything from how your profit and loss is happening as a business, or how you want to raise seed capital as an entrepreneur, or say if you are a VC, how can you get high returns on investment. Again, this is based on a dummy dog that we've already done. So I want to go to this particular link. So I will take this link and see how we can basically have our AI agent that we build tell me about. All right. So now here we've just built this right in front of you. It's an agent that tells you what your ROI analyzer looks like. So say if you do have, say the revenue model analysis, like how do we even begin doing this kind of analysis, correct? So um, we again, folks, this is a dummy data. So whatever numbers you see, we've just put it for the sake of this particular um, sessions. So please, this has got nothing to do with me. In fact, unfortunately, we're not running our first startup because the team kind of moved on their separate ways, but we're always friends. So that is the best part. So we basically were uh, hoping to do channel partnerships with all of these folks. Again, dummy data, please do not look into this and think that this is like a recurring revenue or something. But you have this amazing ROI analyzer created, and I wish one day this comes true, that we become channel partners for all of these incredible companies here. So here you go again. Just within a matter of 5 minutes, because we didn't spend time on putting up a dummy database. We just spent time in understanding how your data can be actually biased, because this was our own way of understanding how to generate revenue, where we can see more ROI, how you can actually have like a base rate, commission range, and all of that, right? So you are able to do your data privacy and nuances in the way of your choice. So you cannot do this with say what is already built by Western LLMs. Again, this was a dummy. What we're going to do later is going to be more of India context, starting Feb 17th onwards, which is a week of Feb 17th, which is Feb 22nd. So please do join us. So there we go. I absolutely love this tool. It saves us like 3 hours of time in going over the excels and putting up like Power BI tables and getting like harnessing the kind of tools out there which literally are charging you a bomb, but like with these kind of open source tools, you are able to now actually start doing all this for a free of cost. And that's exactly why I admire DeepSeek also, because something that Sam Altman told, you need to pay $20 per month, and apparently they were open source, but there was all this change with becoming into a for-profit company. The Chinese just go and make this open source. Like, I really commend them, and I think it's a wake-up call for India to build their own financial model, because I would love to show something on, say, a Bashini LLM, which probably I will do one of these days. But since today it was more on finance and a ROI analyzer, I thought it would be best bet to give you something on how I understand things, and how you can do this. Because if I have built this like in 5 minutes, you can do this so maybe in 15 minutes, right? So it's that easy. So let's go ahead and probably go build something more deeper in the next session. We will get you updated with the dates and everything. But now we have 30 minutes left, so we have our very special guest, who is the deputy VP of HDFC. So I'm just gonna start sharing my screen. Great. Hey, Devon. Firstly, we are so excited to have you here. We are the South Asian Women in Technology meets 100 Giga. And I have to tell everybody, whoever has tuned in again, SAWiT is 80,000 women strong, and our Gigas are a part of SAWiT. So we need allies like Devon coming and democratizing information, democratizing opportunities in finance to us. So, Dibon, you'd be really proud of us knowing that, already SAWiT has gone on to do a Guinness Book of World Record with 4 lakh women participating in AI, Learnathon, hackathon, and actually, building something of their own. So we are very happy to be at the forefront. And today, with your help, Dibon, we are going to understand how finance is becoming frictionless for India. And I believe HDFC, which is again one of the top banks, you are the deputy VP of it. We would love to introduce you and also honor the work that you've done. So for everyone tuning in, YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, we have Dibon Changma here. I'll also tell you how Dibon and me met. But before that, Dibon has a lucrative, prolific track record of 10 years in retail banking sector. He has like total of 15 years of experience in banking, BPO, FMCG, and very good at managing team and executing plans, which I will personally vouch for. And client acquisition and assigned channels have been, the bonds. Forte. Again, he's also expert in acquisition of clients, understanding their needs, and selling banking products. Very effective leader with the skill set to meet deadlines, which again I would like to learn as well. And extensively involved with sales and marketing. Going forward, I feel that is one skill that I tell every girl and every SAWiT to have, because as important it is to build, it's equally important to sell as well. So over to you, Devon. Welcome, and we would like to hear something about you and what inspires you to be in finance.
Yeah, sure. First of all, thank you so much, Priyanka. Uh, is my voice echoing or is it fine?
Yes,
Is it
yes,
fine?
yes.
Okay.
It's perfect. Yeah.
Okay. First of all, just want to thank you, Priyanka, that you had given me a chance so that I can interact with all the viewers over here. And definitely, it will be a pleasure for me just giving the information and the knowledge which I have gathered through entire my journey with HDFC Bank and ICICI Bank. It's been 15 years with ICICI, HDFC Bank, and prior to that, I was with ICICI Bank. It's almost 19 to 20 years of experience I have with bank. There are various channels I have changed. I was into risk, I was into audit, I was into compliance, and now I'm into sales. Like I'm totally into different field of the banking part. I'm just trying to taste each and every part of the bank as of now. So in the sales, generally what happened that we'll try to learn each and every product. Like banking is kind of a subject, is such a big subject that every day some more thing, some or other new things you will learn over here. And even like what happened that since the technology is getting changed on the day by day basis, and you will get some other new technology which is coming, and the banking and the bankers and all the employees over here, they we have to adopt these changes. And if we don't adopt, if our management don't adopt this technology changes, definitely we will not be in the race. We will be always way behind with all the competitors. And because of all these things and small things, our bank has become one of the number one bank in India, and we are the fourth largest bank in the world as of now.
Yes.
And I will not take much of the time here for you guys. You guys had already into this call from last 1 hour. Basically, time to time, I will be giving some or other information. But as of now, today, I'm just tell you something about application which we are the only bank who is giving as of now. In India, there is no bank who is giving this platform. This is basically is nothing but everyone is using a UPI platform, which is like, for example, the Paytm is there, and what is called Phone Pay is there, then Google Pay is there. But basically, a lot of people, I will say not a lot of people, everyone is using these platforms for making their petty cash payments. They want to buy some grocery, they want to go for a cup of tea or anything, each and everything. Like this is a kind of revolution which is there. This revolution has been bought by yeah, NPCI. Probably you guys are aware or not. In 2016, this National Payment Corporation of India, who has invented this UPI. And UPI is nothing but a kind of platform where you can make payments. Like this has been like adopted by all the banks, and all the banks are having their mobile app. Even we have, even Kotak have, ICICI Bank, Axis Bank, SBI Bank, everybody is having a mobile app. But specially only for the UPI payments, we had created another application which is known as PayZapp. So PayZapp is a kind of application which is exclusively for making UPI payments. Now, you will definitely ask that, okay, what is the use and what is the difference between a normal UPI payment and what is the difference between PayZapp? So first of all, what happens here is whenever you are making a payment through Google Pay, or you are making a payment from Paytm or a Phone Pay, this is just a ease of payment what you are making, but you don't get anything out of it. And these are not bank applications. Sometimes the server is down, you had made the payment, the money has gone out from your account, but it has not reached the beneficiary. Then again you have to struggle where to approach, what to do. You only wait and watch, you don't have any other option. Then you approach the bank say that this is not our bank application, we cannot figure out all these things, the hassles happens. So PaySap is a application developed by our bank only. It's our bank, HDFC Bank product. So whenever you are using it, if any technical faults you are facing, so the bank is there, the bank representatives are there, you can visit any of the branch, you can call up the call center to get it resolved. So there is a point of contact for you. So you need to be rest assured that if I'm facing any problem, there is someone is there for me to assist me. I should not be losing my money. There's a point number one. The point number two, whenever you are making a payment out of this Pays app, each and every payment will get you some kind of savings to your account. It will be in a kind of cashbacks, or there will be reward points will be there for you if you are making a payment. I'm talking each and every payment. If you are making a small payment of 10 rupees also, you will get some kind of reward points which will be get accumulated to your wallet. So there will be a wallet where every time you are doing a cashback or anything, any payments what you are doing it, so it will be, the points will be get added to your wallet. For every 100 rupees you are making a payment, 1 rupee will get added. Now, for example, you have some around 100 points in your wallet. So like next time if you are making a payment, so it will give you an option, okay, whether you want to make a payment from your account or you want to make a payment from your wallet. So you can choose the wallet, and if you're making a payment 100 rupees, if you have 100 point, 1 point is equal to 1 rupee, you can make the payment directly from your wallet, and the payment will go through. So this is how you are making something, you are saving something from the payments which you are making. And the second part is that it's not only the small payments. Like if you want to book a flight ticket, if you want to book a hotel room, if you want to buy a mobile, or you want to make any utility payments, anything, any kind of payments, all the options are available. And thus we have more than 32 kind of utility payments are there. If you are investing in mutual funds, you want to make your premiums from that. If you have a life insurance, you want to make a payment from your pays app. So every time you can make the payments, and every time you are making the payments, you are getting some kind of cashbacks, you are getting
Wow.
some kind of reward points on this. So this is something, if you are using, you are getting something out of the payments what you are making. And also what happens is that our accuracy ratio is almost 99.9%. There are, like I will say, 0.01% where the payment has not gone through. And that
Wow.
to be very that is actually a very rare cases. None of the UPI platforms who, like the vendors who are providing, their accuracy ratio is at least 95%. 5% of the cases where their payment gets stuck due to some other technical reason or something. Here what happened that if any server issue, because it's something technical, it might happen, but the payment will come back immediately within 5 minutes in back to your account. So you will never face anything. But any which way, if you face anything, the bank people are there, the branches are there, our call center is there. You can approach anyone, and you can just use this facility. And also, right now, some kind of offers are going on where, like, if you are booking a flight ticket, there is a 5% cashback is there. And if you're
Nice.
booking a hotels also, there is a 5% cashback is there for you people. So this is a kind of platform which we suggest. And first of all, see, there is no cost involved on this. If you use this platform, it doesn't mean that you need to pay something, and because of that only you will be getting some reward points or cashback. No, nothing. There is no financial implications on this. You can use this application whenever you want, wherever you want, and it's widely accepted. Well, and any scan, any like is a merchant is having a phone pay scanner, you can scan that. And also you can make instant money transfer to the bank account also. So there is an option in the pays app where you want to transfer money to pays app, sorry, you want to make a payment to phone pay, you can make the payment. But somebody is not using, somebody saying that okay, my UPI is not working, kindly transfer the money to my account. Now, if you're transferring the money to his account directly, normally what happens that to the net banking, you have to add a beneficiary, and the beneficiary there will be cooling period of half an hour. And after half an hour also, you will be having an option. Okay, first 24 hours you cannot transfer more than 50,000. So all this restrictions will be not there. So through this platform, through this pays app, you can immediately put the account number, the IFSC code, and the name of the beneficiary, and you can transfer up to 1 lakh. And
Wow.
instantly the payment can go through. So these are the benefits which are there in the space app. There are a lot many things are there. There are so many YouTube videos are there. It's there in a LinkedIn also. It's there, like if you Google it also, you will get it. You can visit our hdfcbank.com website also, where you can get each and every benefits which are there for the pays app. So if you have any kind of queries or something, do let me know. I will be more than happy to assist you with, guys.
Amazing, amazing. Dibon, the treasure of Pays app that you've opened for us is incredible. And we are really surprised that it was launched in almost like 2015. Where was it launched that long ago? Because that's what the internet says. But I think now it's full fledged into use, and we
Yes.
love, yeah. Was it
So
in
what happened there?
2015?
It was, yeah, it was launched in, actually the officially it was launched in 2015, but it started in 2016. And
Got
but now we have added so many features in this, because as we are talking about the technology, when the technology advances comes and the technology grows, so we have to adopt all those things. We have slowly we are adding all these features in the Pace app. And if anything new comes up, we'll definitely more than happy. Our technology team, which is there sitting in the background and they're working, they will be definitely adding more things as of now. But as of now, put all the things in the market, everything is available over there.
That's fantastic. Like we know, and this is one of the state of the art e-wallet application, because Dipon, you had told that there's no friction, and there have been so many times when I went out with my friends only, and we were probably paying dinner bills. The transaction was shown on one of the devices, but the other bank did not receive it. So there's been a lot of lag, and we're glad that PayZapp is solving such an important problem. And in fact, even like basic, today I took an auto. I love taking the auto. So the auto driver told me strictly not to use one particular UPI payment, because madam isme to paise aate nahi hai, please isme mat kijiye. So I had to like then look all the different kinds of apps that I already have, and then check with him and all that. So it's amazing to see how HDFC is kind of even permeating to that kind of a common user as well. Like I'm pretty sure PayZapp can be an application on his phone if he has a HDFC bank account. So I believe that is one prerequisite, right? They need to have the bank account, and you would have the PayZapp application.
Yeah, there are few things just want to inform you guys here. What happens here is you can add your bank account, SDFC bank account. You can add your credit cards. Uh, but one thing is that if you are using the any UPI, whether it's a phone pay or whether it's a Google Pay, if you are using your credit cards, then there are some charges are there. Like you cannot make the payment directly
Hmm.
to the credit card. You have to get the money to your wallet. Then from your wallet you have to make the payment. So every time you are getting the money to the wallet, so there will be charges involved in this. So there is a RuPay card is there. All the banks are providing RuPay card. Even our bank is providing a RuPay credit card. So in terms of credit card, if you're trying to use it, so always use a RuPay credit card. Don't use a Visa or a Master credit card for linking your credit card to the PayZapp or any other UPI platform. All the bank accounts are always welcome. Like the bank account, there is no charges. You can directly make the payments. But there are people, somebody, they have some kind of financial stress and they don't have balances in their account. They try to use the credit card. Yes, you can use the credit card, but their charges are involved on this. Try to avoid
Wow.
as long you don't have any financial stress. Try to use your bank account only. And if you have a RuPay credit card, then you can link it. That is one of the best card where you can make the payments without any charges.
Oh wow, that's such a key information, and in a way, it's really good because it's almost like guardrails. Folks are so used to credit cards, and it just it's unnecessary money that you're spending which you don't have. So it's better to have those guardrails, and
Correct.
it's incredible what PayZapp has done. And I'm also, this is a research that we've done about PayZapp, that it almost acts like a prepaid wallet, and it supports quick transactions, swipe to pay. You are eliminating the need for OTPs. The bond, this is like the biggest thing, right? Because OTP sometimes, yeah, there's delays, there's lags, you have signals, you don't have signals, there's so much friction there. HDFC tech team has really done it this time. So how do you ensure the safety when there are no OTPs?
Yeah, that's what. See, what happens here is first of all, log into your PayZapp. There is a security will be there. You cannot use someone else. For example, you have got a mobile. Somebody has lost a mobile. You want to use this mobile, and the PayZapp is installed on that. So definitely, first of all, there will be what do you say? Finger recognition will be there, or the face recognition will be there. So somebody want to use your Pays app, he will not be able to use because it will ask you to first scan your face or your finger. So if it's not matching, he will not be able to open the Pays app. So it can be used only by you. Yeah. So once you log in, after that, the payment will go through the scan only, and then one PIN number will be there which you have to input. So that is the second layer of security which we are providing. The first layer to log into the PayZapp app. The second one is the your PIN number. So your PIN number you choose it, and while making the payment, you scan it and put the PIN number. The payment will go through. The first layer itself, the security will be very difficult to break. Nobody can like break that kind of security here, because nobody will be able to scan your face or your finger. So that is the kind of security and the safety what we are giving as of now.
Oh, that's fantastic. It is now we understand why HDFC is, one of the top banks, and technically, it's the fourth largest in the world, which is a matter of pride because I believe the top three are not based out of India.
Not at all. Not
So
at all.
yeah, that's a really it's incredible to see this kind of innovation coming. We just want to see how risk mitigation takes place. At a time when we are looking at a lot of deep fake calls. Recently, there was an incident in Hong Kong where one of the leading CEOs got duped by the voice of a CFO, but it was not the CFO themselves. So, any kind of cybersecurity measures that you are taking, where like you're making sure that look, this person is trying to act like a HDFC credit card lending service, but it's not, right? And there have been I don't know, like if you have any use cases like that where HDFC has tried to protect its users, would love to understand. Yeah.
Yeah. Acha, there's a good question, Priyanka. See, what happens, there are some, not some, I will say there is a lot of frauds which are happening, especially on the UPI platform and also in the mobile banking, net banking. When the technology goes, then definitely the fraudster which are there, they also try to come up with some or other ways to how to crack this thing. See, the first thing is there that whenever the transaction go through, so there will be definitely authentication will be given by the customer, where intentionally or unintentionally, knowingly or not knowingly, they give an authentication the payment to go through. And there are some cases, very very few cases, where there is no authentication has been given, but the money has gone out from someone's account. So I will tell you in the both the cases. See, the first of all, whenever somebody is having an HDFC bank account, and in the bank account is the money has gone out without any kind of authentication by the customer, whether intentionally or unintentionally, if the money has gone out without any kind of authentication, then the bank is liable to pay that money. Whenever there are so many cases happens where the customers visit the branch, okay, this has happened, the fraud happens in my account. The first thing our technological team just see that, okay, whether anything has been compromised, whether the
Mm.
OTP has been compromised or anything has been compromised, because of that the transaction had got through. Because see, now what happens that I will tell you the recent instant where what happened that one of I will say she is a lawyer, she is a corporate lawyer in Amazon,
Oh,
and I will
okay.
not disclose the name here. So she's one of the well-educated lady, I will say a very smart lady, and it's very difficult to somebody can make a fool of her. So here what happens that she had bought something from Amazon, and they after that she returned it. She was supposed to get some refund. So somehow the fraudster which are there who are doing all this kind of nuisance, what they try to grab this kind of information, and they have called her. Okay, ma'am, you have returned this product, so we would like to refund your money. So just for your this thing, what do you say? Your UPI, we will be returning the money through UPI. So we will be sharing a OTP. Just share with us. And so now even she was confused. She was confused that, okay, yeah, I was supposed to get a refund from Amazon, and she shared the OTP. Now the payment has gone through, the money has gone out again. When if goes out from, because she has shared the OTP, because but the
Yes.
bank don't know whether she had like is it a fraud case sometimes, because
Yes.
somebody has done intentionally and say come to the bank. So in that those cases the bank will definitely route the customer to the law enforcements. They will say that, okay, you have to lodge a complaint with the police, and they will try to get it done, and they will try to resolve their issue. And in all the bank accounts what we are giving, so what happens here if money has gone out without any kind of the same authentication given by the customer, so we have
Yes.
a insurance cover on the accounts. By default that insurance covers comes with the account only, and the customer don't have to pay anything for that particular insurance. The bank has tied up with the insurance company if any money goes out without the authentication. And if the and if that kind of the situation, the bank will liable to pay that money after all our due diligence. So I will tell you one of the instance. What happens here is basically in generally if somebody is using any foreign websites, Okay, or somebody went abroad and trying to use the card in their terminals. So because nobody have a kind of the Indian the banks or anyone we don't have any kind of hold on those merchants over there. So what happens that they do a cloning of the card. They do the cloning basically. Earlier a lot of cases when I was in I worked as a branch head and way back for 4 years in 2016 to 2020. So I got a lot of cases because all the things comes to the branches only. That is the primary phase.
Got
Branches
it.
are the place. uh, so most of the cases where the transaction took places in some part of Russia and some part of Ukraine and some part of what you say the parts of some countries which has come out from USSR, like Azerbaijan,
Oh,
Turkmenistan. So many people are sitting over there and they try to clone your details. They have, like, if you visited some foreign country, most of the people, they what they do is they visit the unknown sites. They see that okay, some good offer is there. Okay, this offer is there. You want to purchase it, and they try to they put their card details over there.
card
Now,
details.
without, yeah,
Yes.
so now what happens that for each and every transaction OTP is required, but what they are doing is they are cloning their details and they take the money back. But now those kind of cases has gone down drastically. In last 4 years I have not gone through any kind of cases, but this OTP cases which are there, like the fraud cases of Amazon which I have said. One more thing, not only OTP, one thing is there. There is again a recent case where I will give you an example so that you guys all should be aware of it. Uh, One person, actually, what happened that his electricity bill comes every month and he paid. Okay, so he actually forgot to pay. Now the fraudster, they go so deeply that they have probably tried to find out. Okay, these are the customers who had not paid their electricity bill. So a WhatsApp message goes to them that you had not yet paid your electricity bill, and just to pay, just click. There was a link that was given. Now even that person has thought, yeah, I have not paid my electricity bill, and it is not asking for OTP also. Now what he did is he clicked on the link, and now all, like, the fraudster sitting over there, they had, with that link, they had hacked their mobile. Now, in the mobile, whatever is there, they can easily access. Now, what they
Yeah.
did is now they went to their bank account, and when the OTP goes, OTP SMS come to the mobile only. They can easily view it, and the customer was also confused what this OTP is all about. Suddenly, this OTP came. By the time he think and thought about, okay, what exactly is happening, they had put the OTP and they have done the transaction from his mobile itself, because they have full access, full control of his mobile. Now, here also, he had not shared the OTP, but the OTP has come to his mobile, and since they have hacked his mobile, they can see that OTP and they had done the transaction. So this is also a kind of hacking which is going on. A lot of things which are happening. Even I have received in my Telegram. Like, I'm using Telegrams also. One of my friend has sent me a link. What they are doing is they are hacking a profile of your friend list only, and they are sending, okay, hi Devon, how are you? And this is the link. Some or other matter they will add it, and with the link you will think that okay, this has been sent my friend person, my known person only, my
Yeah.
friend only, or my family member only. You will never doubt on that.
Unreal.
Once you click on that, you will not get anything. There is no separate application has been installed here, but something is running on the background where they are able to access each and every part of your mobile. So this is also one of the
Oh,
things which is happening nowadays. Be aware of it. Don't click on any link, and don't share any OTPs. If you get any OTPs, immediately just try to block your phone or something. If you see that okay, you have not initiated the OTP, but the OTP has been initiated and you have got the OTP, just try to block your phone immediately. So these are the two things,
fabulous.
OTP and the link. Just try to be very careful. It may come in your WhatsApp, it may come in your SMS, it may come in your Telegram, it may come on your Gmail or Yahoo mail, whichever mail you are using. So be careful on these two parts. So
Wow,
as of now,
Devon,
yeah.
incredible. Yeah, please go ahead. Please finish.
No,
Please.
that's it from my end. That's it from my end. Yeah.
Right. No, incredible. We learned about the digital e-wallet that's coming out of HDFC, cutting edge technology which doesn't need OTP, but also safeguard ourselves, with security measures that HDFC has taken to protect our own data and protect our own transactions. So incredible amount of nuances that you have shared with us. And this literally feels like in Viksit Bharat 2047. This is the kind of innovation that needs to be coming out from our country, being a tech engine of the world. And incredible how you've also covered the additional security features, and you are basically doing a data encryption also. We understand from all the sensitive information that you've been encrypting, and it's probably not for the public eye. And what we love is definitely the key features that helps us take all these reward points from the transactions we have done, be it airport, be it airline fee, or be it like any kind of hotel transaction fee, book travel, whatnot. So great, Devon. Like we are almost at the end of today's session. In fact, we would welcome you for any session that you are free. We are going to take this journey with 80,000 women and hopefully 100,000 soon. We are projected as SAWiT to hit 100,000 women in technology. And going forward, we do have some initiatives with the Reserve Bank of India Innovation Hub so that we can cater to middle India, tier 2, tier 3, rural as well, partially, to make sure like, micro entrepreneurs, women entrepreneurs can come, and we can bridge the gap to capital access too. So hopefully, we will keep continuing our journey, but wanted to take a grateful moment to thank you, and we'd love to have you over again to one of these sessions. Thanks,
Yeah,
Zibon.
it's always my pleasure. It's always my pleasure, Priyanka, and thank you for calling in the session. And thank you all for watching me. And wish you
Amazing.
all a very happy weekend. So
Thanks,
have a great day.
Zibon.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank
Awesome.
you so much.
I just want to end saying that Devon and me had met during our first startup, and it was peak pandemic. We had like strict regulations on how to do, transaction, like the KYC and all that. And Devon literally took that additional mile, extra mile to come and, ensure that everything is good for our startup to take off. So really, Devon, it is that customer delight and the obsession that you bring to ensure that startups are working, and are able to keep their operation efficient. So we all thank you again for that. It takes a lot of courage to do that in peak pandemic. So powerful testament for your leadership. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Priyanka. Yeah.
Great. All right then. So I believe we have just completed today's session. So next session we will build an agentic AI, little bit more focus on DeepSeek and why it's become so famous. We'll have Minak actually closes out. Minak, closing thoughts, please.
So, hi everyone. Thank you for joining, and thank you, Priyanka, for being the super host, as always I say. So, closing thoughts. It was a great
Thanks,
session,
Devon. Yes.
and thank you everyone for tuning in. And you can watch it after the live stream on our YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn channels. And thank you everyone for joining.
Fabulous. Thanks, Abon. Thanks, Manak. Thank you everyone for
Thank you.
joining. See you next session.
See you. Bye.